the other day. It's pretty easy to set everything up. The last step on how to go live.
How to go live? You do it
in there. Is
that YouTube?
Yeah, it's a YouTube live. It just wasn't clear how it was supposed to make it go. It was not. But people are saying they can see it.
I might. I didn't want to. It's a lot more substantial now.
No, I was like, okay.
Let's take this.
Wow.
Take this around the flip.
Yeah, in Washington, Pennsylvania, Reno, I basically had to set up a whole new feed, so who knows what we'll get back. I don't know what happened to the other feed. It just lost the connection.
So is everybody's going to have to go back on and reconnect?
Yeah, I sent out another email with a different, hey, you're sweating like me. Oh, love it.
I know. I'm like, didn't call me. Well, I think you walked away, but you can find a little waffle down the side that was on the video that people were commenting.
What's that?
On the computer, okay.
Did we ever figure out how many
Smile for the camera.
we found for that first
No, I don't know. I mean, we have updated and massaged the directory regularly. Well, we could share it on the Google Doc because I turned it into a spreadsheet so that we could very easily manipulate it. But we still have hard copy one because we like doing it that way.
Like those, sending me a file, that was fine.
Yeah,
I got those too.
Well, I had one all set up, and I sent it out to everybody, and then it fell over, and I lost the feed, and when I reset it, it cancels out. And it's available, so that thing's available online. You can go watch it, the 15 minutes we had. It's rolling, and then it just stops.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, I always forget when you're filming, I'm talking in the background.
Right.
And he came over and asked, and I go, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. No. That's the only thing here is
Makes you realistic.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
My daughter loves the fact that we pulled out, old
I was expecting
video
much
tapes
larger
and put them
bed.
on the DVD.
Yeah.
And we had one where I was filming Jessica Days' book. Evidently, I chose to say, she looks like Jabba the Hutt. And Jessica found this like 18 years later. She was angry at me for something I said.
7,200, I believe.
Is it running now, TC?
It is running, but no one's on except me. So I sent
TC's
the
got the
email
video
out.
going again.
Yeah.
So hopefully people will get the email. And
I'm going to shut you off here for a minute, make some pictures.
is there someone I can email the link to?
He's got it.
Okay, can you tell him to go for the new link? Because I sent an email with a new link.
Jay, listen up, Jay.
Okay, I'll get that.
I'm going to shut you down.
Thank you.
We which I
It's hard to get the marching. It's hard to see it.
It is. So,
I don't know if this will help.
The sun's
I
shining
shine a
out
light on it. That might help you. Let me see if I can.
yours and Dave Gallo.
Help at all.
Stick
Uh,
around your frame.
You
I'm
able
not
to get the words? You probably can get the words with yours.
I can try.
I don't think that's helping.
This has got a lot bigger flash on it. Let me see.
I don't think I can get the words at all.
let me force the flash.
I can't see with my glasses or without them. So the same for me. I get all steamy and I'm like, okay, thanks. Oh, good. Can you see it? You can. Good. Good.
How you doing, friends?
It's brighter out here.
The marching event points on the back.
Just hoping somebody will join. You said Reed might be able to. You are Reed. Who was it that you were talking to?
Jay McDaniel.
Jay McDaniel. Yeah, he was on the other feed, but that one died.
He's coming back on this. He's working on it.
Okay.
And all the big ones.
Oh, good. All right.
Hopefully some of these names.
Yeah.
We had these made up at the special on like this, right?
Yeah.
We had these made up for the reunion 10 years ago.
10 years ago, yeah.
And
We
there
had
are
the
some left
t-shirt.
over. Yeah. Always left over. We'll have to send an email out, but I hope everybody is assuming we're not doing it. We're gonna like take all of the information we talked about. Okay.
I thought I was the only one that did that kind of thing.
You didn't come to the readings that we had. The other thing that we do is, if you think it's Dave Gal's emails, 2 years ago we did an Azalea Festival sort of retreat, I guess, at the Fisher. And well, and what happened is we did it during the Azalea Festival. But then we decided, you know what? Don't do it during the Azalea Festival anymore. It's too cold to spend a lot of time outside. Nobody really cares about going out to the Azalea Festival. And so what we decided was that the week before Memorial Day, things are going to be up and running, but things aren't going to be on. If you're happy with what you got, don't mess with it. She's happy.
Corky says he can hear us. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's what Liz had done. She had twisted that about 8 times. So,
We got our, why don't we just get our good one to you? Corky?
Yeah.
Do it long.
He says he can hear us too. There's a microphone in the camera.
I started asking.
why don't we stand over on this side?
Yeah, in the
Why don't
shade,
we
something to
stand-
look at.
yeah, in the
Somebody
shade.
hold up the certificate to the camera too.
I think, well, Reed, why don't you hold it up? It's yours.
There were 5 of us, I know at least me and Butch, but we were the two who graduated. That one. Oh.
Yeah.
Come up with it a little bit. There you go.
Is that feeling it?
Yeah. Closer. You're missing the top, but that's close. It may be the glare out here may
Yeah.
make it hard to read.
3. Yeah.
live around these parts?
I do. I live down here in Fuquay.
I was going to say, we'll
On the,
but I'll check.
on the listing is either backpack,
I got you.
which is what we
Probably got a lot
told
of
the
sweat on
brothers.
Saw your correction.
Yeah.
gotta come see all around to see all the words we can't touch.
This was what, that was the idea. That I was okay, you understand the 72.
I understand the party, right?
Yeah, 7204. That was one of the pilot training classes that I taught. So Yeah, usually what we ended up with were patches that
Could you explain to me the pilot thing?
that was a usual one for the students. When this class came up with this one, somebody, I don't know what it was, suddenly had a bottle of the party rum, and they said, look, and there was the really simple, it's down about that big on the front of the label. What, 7204? I could not take that. I was a aviation physiology and protective equipment that was one of our classes there. That one, and did I show you the other one? No, I was here at State from 73 to 77. Yeah, I had always wanted to go into the Air Force and graduating high school in 68 and being 1A for the draft, I was looking for college, couldn't find anything. I said, what the hell? I'll just go on in, find out whether I really like it or not, and if I do, I can either go to the academy, or I can use the GI Bill going to school. And as it ended up, the academy turned me down, and I ended up going to the ROTC here, and I had to start. I'd gone to some college classes there in Alabama, and the professor I was talking about said, you've got to have your commission by the time you're 26. And I got to doing the math, and like, I got to either get something up, which wasn't really too good, or he said, I can go to ROTC. And I came here to talk to them, talk to the folks in the school of, I'm a history major, let's put it that way. I don't know what the school was at that time. And they said, okay, maybe your high school grades weren't the best, but you've been going to college, you've got good grades there, you've got good reports from the military. We'll take you on probation for the first 6 months. If you do that, you're good to go for the rest of the 4 years. And at that time, Colonel First, BAS, and Larry Nordyke was the advisor for EMC. And I talked to Gary, said, yeah, you've got two choices. You can do 4 years, and I only had 3 really to do. Or you can do just 2 years. He said, but I would highly recommend doing the 4 years, because that gives the officers and staff who do the selection for the last 2 years a chance to get to know you. I was thinking, what the hell? This year, heavy. ROTC was, this is the Air Force. Well, I just spent 4 years there. I think I know that.
Can you look at and see? I'm trying to get the wording on the screen. See. It is. The big bells is kind of 3-dimensional.
You can read it, kind of. The back is what says the marching cadets.
Right, and then we have our famous quote on the front here that we all had to memorize. Yep. And we all fought over what was going to be on the bell.
Yep.
That's cool.
Matter of fact, same phone number, same mail address.
Are you still in the Air Force, TC?
No, I retired and I worked for 7 years with the Air Force as a civilian. And then I retired from that last year. Well, I didn't really retire. I just separated from federal civil service. But I thought I'd break out the old Air Force shirt. I couldn't find my MCF shirt. I'm not sure where that is.
Well, we haven't had a TV now since COVID. As a matter of fact, I want to say it was like December, maybe. Well, when we got together for the reunion,
Yeah.
We
were blessed.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, we could be looking at what,
It was recognized people, you didn't know.
Tower doesn't show up very well on the video.
TC might know or no.
The lady in the green print dress can answer questions. Also, the gentleman with the white pinstripe shirt and the blue pants.
Maybe we could get them to come down here and then get people on there to ask what kind of questions they have.
That's true. Why don't you go do that?
See Will's tag, it says pull 7Gs.
38 and a half.
In a T-38, because he never did anything more than
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't.
He never
know
flew
what he
anything
did.
else besides the
Seriously?
T-38.
But it says pull 7Gs. Like, okay.
And he separated like, I don't know, a long time ago. So
Doesn't he fly? He flies.
he flies for Delta now. So of course, you and I are on the video now making fun of that. So.
That's completely fine.
When he gets down here, we'll
continue it.
do it in person, yeah.
he worked for them and, well, they
How are you? I just did that. No worries.
land of,
I was admiring that.
TC, you want to introduce
and he
them
was
and
one of their plant managers.
Folks.
Well,
Folks are there. Hey,
let-
folks. My name's Alan Taylor. I'm Assistant Vice Chancellor here. So they've asked me to say a few words, I guess, about the tower, the project, and where we are in the process. So today, the remaining bells, 19 through 55, have been delivered. The first 18 bells were delivered about a month ago now, and they are already installed in the tower. So as soon as we're over, finished with this today, the foundry crew and construction team is here, and they're going to take the bells up in the tower actually today and begin installing and bolting them in. So that'll be the remaining bells. So all 55 bells will be up in there, up in the tower. And as soon as they're installed, next week they'll begin construction on the Caroline room, which sits right below the bells. And so that Caroline room will be where the actual instrument is and where somebody can go up the staircase and actually play the bells from there. So they're going to begin construction on that process or that room next week with the actual instrument. The Caroline will be delivered next week. From there, it's they'll be doing work on the plinth and installing the granite, finishing the shrine room. All of that will be the remaining, mostly exterior work between now and the end of the year. So the goal is to finish this project by the end of the year, but then we'll have a dedication event in the early to mid-spring. So that's
one
kinda-
question for
yeah.
you. Obviously, ours is one of the smaller bells, but it's not the smallest, is it?
It is not the smallest, no. The smallest bell is bell number 55, which has the NC State Wolfpack hand sign engraved. So
That's pretty cool.
yep. I don't know if they have
All
any
right.
questions or
Well,
anything else.
if anybody's got any questions, just type it into the chat,
Yeah.
and we'll let a couple of them load up, and we'll do it.
Cool.
Thanks for doing this for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Enjoyed it. All right.
That's just some of the ones that
Plan is
individually.
probably late March, early April. just, and we want to be able to do it and have a big, I mean, we don't, it would be a shame that it was all for one, all of us be able to do it right.
Were you scamming St. Bells? Where you were? Okay, I thought that this might have overlapped.
Yeah.
To be there when it's actually dedicated.
Man, we lucked out on that D7, didn't we?
Well, that
D7.
there's someone else we need to thank. Everyone, I'd like to also introduce Miss Liz McFarland. It was about, what was that, 2014? 2013?
I'm gonna say 14.
She and I crossed paths. She worked for the University in Endowments and Gifts, gift planning, right? And we were doing some events together, and I was probably running my mouth as I usually do, and I don't know how we talked about it, but I explained what we had here as an entity, as an organization, as part of the history of the university. And she was struck by it because it is a unique organization that doesn't exist anywhere else, and within the university it's kind of a hidden. So she dug into, talked to me some more about things, and
Got you interviewed for the magazine.
we were interviewed for the magazine. We told the story, and so I was forever grateful because she brought light to the marching cadet fraternity in some fashion. And then about that same time, the first round of the bell tower bells, and she's the one that came up with the idea. I will not take claim. She's the perfect gift planner. She came up to me and she's like, social distancing, we won't really hug, but she's like, what do you guys think? I've got this bell, D7. Isn't that perfect? I mean, she's always on point. I was like, yeah, you just handed me everything. So all I had to do was send the email out to the brothers at the time. And
there was a great response.
months and months and months. I think we originally set 7,000, and we came in with $7,260 to go over the goal. And then everything kind of fell apart. Not your fault. The original benefactor. I'll let you explain how much it costs, or the big
yes, yes. Well, there were a few plans, and Alan can chime in too. So the original architect's drawings were found by a graduate student.
Is that him here in the shirt up here?
That is not him in that shirt. He is in another shirt.
Okay.
But he found these original drawings for what the tower was intended to be when it was built in 1921. And the cost just sort of skyrocketed. As you probably know, the interior of the tower is empty. And so in order to repoint the granite and do the plaza and build a staircase that was to code and accessible, and the platform for the carillon, and the rafters for the bells, and all of those things, it was going to cost upwards of $5 million. And that was not something that was sort of in the cards at that particular time, until Mr. Henry and Alan Taylor were sitting over on that balcony, and Mr. Henry asked, so what about that tower? And so they made that magnificent gift to finish off the tower the way it was originally intended.
Graduates, I'm guessing.
Yes, he is.
Both of them, or
Just he. But if it weren't for groups like you kind of keeping the traditions alive, and the stories alive, and the memories alive, we might not have had the opportunity to answer that question when it sort of came out of the blue that day. So all tied together, but you guys were really part of the glue that kept.
How important one little bell can be to
That's
the whole
right.
bell tower.
That's right.
how many more individual bells, like groups or individuals, are there as opposed to Mr. Henry?
So Mr. Henry has several bells. There's a family, the Barringtons, who had a bell struck in memory of their son, and that's one of the big guys. The class of 2010 as a group got a bell. Mostly, I would say families, individuals, families, extended families. I don't know if very many other groups like yours at all. The class of 2010 they're together, by virtue of their class, not by virtue of this
rich extracurricular experience.
Trying to block the wind from the back.
Yeah, somebody said that there was too much wind noise, so I'm trying to block the wind. Reed, I'm using your thing to block the wind. If you're okay.
How long has it been in a box? It's just glad to be out.
I took all of my stuff out of the t-shirt box today when I came here. So I have my candy box too. Do you have a candy box?
I do, but it's in my shop. And the lid is gone.
Oh,
I'm using it. I've been using it.
that's
to
the
hold
most important
drill
thing.
bits and stuff in my shop. Good
That
day.
line, that guy knows where it's at.
Works.
What now?
So I've got mine, but the guy knows where it's at
Becky's a
upstairs.
pro, so
Yeah. All right.
Take
We're
it
gonna
from
go
back
take
here.
a picture, Kathy. So.
and
Jay just sent me the technician on December the 8th, front page on 1971, and the March of the Cadets were kind of favored bell tower shot with our weapons. That's pretty cool.
that's fantastic.
Cool.
Are you in the picture? Are you in the picture?
I don't know. I was in charge of the bell tower during that period of time, but I don't
She said
know.
Isn't that wonderful?
Who, I don't know who's up there.
71
If we
to
wanna talk anymore,
2021
But
on the 50-year
I told him
anniversary, right?
after she
Oh,
places
isn't that
everybody,
super?
I'll get the camera.
That's great.
There are a few guys there. I don't know who they
Good. Okay. No. I mean, yeah. Okay. Where do you want us?
Okay, so let's get you sort of in the vicinity of the table, but you can spread out, and I'll do kind of a wide horizontal and see if I can get the bell tower peeking up behind your heads. So,
Okay. So he wants us to kind of semicircle social distance around the table.
yeah,
on
you
this
can
side.
stagger, so we can put a row of shorter people in front and a row of taller people in the back, and just kind of however you want to social distance.
All right.
A little closer, guys. A little closer.
We did mask off at the last minute.
Yeah, let's do a few with them on, and I'll make sure all my settings are right, and then real quick we'll take them off, and you can do one with your arm too.
Yeah, we can do that. It's a little touchy today, we've discovered.
Yeah, this is good. This is good. TC, you and your blue shirt. What in the world? Well, me too.
Air Force! The mighty United States Air Force.
Us odd colors can stand over here on one side.
All right, everybody looks great. If you can see me with both eyes, then the camera can see you too. So it looks good from here. That's awesome. All right, my front row can come up a tiny little step too, so you guys aren't quite so far away from me. There you go.
That was something that we could leave. That's
You guys ready?
Yes.
Everybody take them off, right?
She's practicing. She wants to get her setting.
Take a few. Okay, here we go. Everybody ready?
Yes.
This is when they get the books, right? This was a crazy time when we all wore masks.
Kids will be like,
Okay, you guys are ready. Take them off.
no
Okay.
coughing.
Don't breathe. Everybody ready? Okay, last thing. Get close to the bell.
So it looked huge.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Do you want to spin it around to get the inscription?
Yeah, if somebody can do that. I
Somebody
couldn't
want
move
to do
it
that?
I don't know
while
if you
we
could
go.
even see that. But,
Take a breath.
I don't know if you can,
Don't
yes.
touch your pants after.
Actually, it says Marching Cadet Fraternity
Right
on this side,
yeah.
so
Unity
yeah.
and Being is on that side.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, sure.
of course.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure the document.
Smile.
This t-shirt is cool.
Yeah, like that's where you got that.
Thanks.
We're doing what?
Now we have the bell toss.
I was gonna ask, is it
Nobody from our group took one of them.
It is touchable, I'm sure, but
Oh my goodness.
it's tough in advance.
Will you, I'll hold the camera. They wanted to close up on the bell again. So just, well, you'll just let me know how it's looking there. I wonder why it's all black. Is that just something they got to scrub off?
Somebody said it has a coating on it.
Okay.
It's a protective coating they put on it. Yeah. It's too dark. I don't think. Oh yeah, you can see it a little bit. If you go a little lower and then kind of aim up. Stop right there. And it's backwards.
Yeah, that's
Turn
true.
the camera upside down.
There's a way of doing mirroring I know on Zoom meetings and stuff, but I don't know how to do it on this one.
Yes.
That almost 20 years. 20 years.
Gear up and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it all, and I don't know how to do the mirror.
It was I know how to do it in Zoom, but I don't know how to do it.
I don't want to mess with anything.
Yeah, we
'cause I'm
screwed up
afraid-
before, so
Well, we'll post pictures.
yeah.
We'll try to get some close-up pictures of the writing and everything and post them. Send them on email, post them on Facebook.
Yeah, because the big ones get three-dimensional look to them. What are people saying?
Louis said he's on an active video call, working and listening. And then, can you?
I will. I mean, to a certain extent, we all had to memorize the stages of construction, how many feet, how many bricks, what's written on the door.
Here's Paul Davis.
Plowshare, beat their swords into plowshare.
Wasn't 98 because I moved back to Raleigh, Florida in 98. And went to check on the drill museum.
Well, it's like a standard culture.
I think there's a clutch class.
A lot of it is so we always enjoyed it because, of course, we would coordinate with the open up the building for Super 7. So there would be usually a 3-person guard. There would be 2 people on either side. And they would just slowly go back and forth. And there would be a detail commander. Locked up anytime.
Heavier than that. Okay, that's close.
All the,
It's a little bit of the
all
ring.
memorized information has been recited.
You made dents
So
in
we
it.
always joke
No,
that,
she said it. She said what? She was checking out.
yeah, I'm about to
We were
stand.
asking her, I did, can you go pick it up? And she goes, yes, but there's
Just
a
do a meeting in the car.
It's actually
I was
working from home.
Of course, you can see in the day.
Third town.
Hey, it works for me. I get a lot done. Cisco, where I'm working, is an online collaborating company. So they don't miss a beat, right? It's expected to get things done in meetings. And if you try to do this with people that's not used to doing it, it's much more difficult. I was basically the outsider coming in, used to
Kind of an interesting organization associated with
say,
it.
hey, spin up a WebEx. 27 people, whatever. I mean, it is. I mean, you got your camera on, you can see who's doing what. It's not the same, but you get so much done. So much done. As long as you go, okay.
Touchdown travel time.
What I heard was.
Hey, Paul, how are you?
Good, good. I started wearing my red shirt. I'm just not sure it will fit anymore.
You missed a picture. We just had a big picture.
So you could drop out of here.
The Yows aren't here either. So
Yeah,
People,
Now they are, but they weren't here for the picture.
I tried to park over there and it wasn't space, so when I saw all these red shirts, I said, "You must be over here."
Air Force or TC.
What the hell y'all been doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Okay.
Put that on.
Doing okay?
Myself like,
Who are these people are
look like I'm
not
All
in Air Force
the
or
reason I
TC.
missed a lot of team meetings over the last couple of years.
You set off.
That's back in February, right before
I
all this
saw,
We still
I
do.
didn't really post it.
We're on our way to
hit.
Florida.
I saw.
We did our week and a half in Florida.
Bringing a truck full of stuff back
Announced
from
the Yankee
the mountains or whatever.
Spring
And
training
I
schedule.
was like, we were up there the year that our son bought it.
That's why
I'd been like, oh,
He could have ridden in the seat beside me, but the truck was packed too
oh
deep.
my God.
Packed to the car.
Well, his job was over.
Less. Well, and all the brothers.
And,
That kind of sucked for them. They like
Yes.
pulled it 2 a.m.
Yeah, I got my,
he had,
my best friend
apartment
flies
right
for,
across from
And
the
so
school,
now
basically.
Mom lived for service across the baseball.
Really?
said he could be.
So you know where the stoplight is,
Could
that if you
be-
turn right, you
To a
turn
certain extent,
into
He lives from
the part of the campus that has the Catamount statue right there. Well, if you turn right,
whatever it is.
You turn right,
Sit at home. And he
yes,
said he
yeah,
had
that's where he lived, right
they
down
called
there.
him, he was supposed to fly.
So we went up there,
Be on the September
picked
he
him
had
up,
to
and
recall.
rented a U-Haul.
And he's like, they
Little
never said
U-Haul.
that the recall since I was sitting on again.
But what happened
So, he's like,
Yeah, I would think with your hair on your face, that would be an additional, you gotta keep getting.
Well, Teresa ordered, she saw something a friend of ours posted. There's this company makes these little plastic thing guards you can put on your face and temperature mask. So we got those coming.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, somebody posted that.
it's different I see on some of the different airlines. Like,
tried to go
she flies Alaska.
Well, TC's got us live streaming here, so there's
D7.
about 10 or 12 people that have been anyway, looking at it.
That's D7, huh?
That's it.
So who's the person I have to chastise that didn't know D7 was a chord?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too concerned.
He obviously doesn't play guitar, does he?
I would like to be flying.
Yeah, that's what it was, and I was surprised because when I went down, it was, it was, we didn't get the middle seat, but on the way back, yeah, they filled it up.
Wow, you can see that a little better right now.
When will these all be up? Start chiming.
I got here late, so.
You can see the live
February
streaming.
1st, I think, 5 or so in.
The rest
And
of these
then,
are
let's
going
say within
in.
the next month here, they're supposed to take the remainder of it.
They saw we had some.
Now, well, I'm assuming because there's no place for somebody to play a Caroline over there, so I'm assuming it's probably going to be all.
No. He said they're gonna build a Caroline room in there underneath the bells after they, yeah,
Said dedication was late fall, winter this year. possibly.
March or April of next year.
Oh,
I've never seen a Caroline live, but I've seen them on TV and watching somebody play one of those things. It's pretty cool.
So what's happening is
Hey, how are you, Paul?
Good. How are you?
Good.
4 of these heavy 15-pound things.
Well, yeah, I guess that would be the appropriate thing would be to take a picture of it, wouldn't it?
Back and make it do a perfect loop. It hurts in the front, the audience is gas. They don't.
How you doing, girlfriend? Great. I know you are because you're riding your bike all over the place.
I was telling these guys, that's funny.
Does it say 100 miles?
She's getting rid of what I'm picking up. I would like all along.
The goal was to try to catch the rim of the hat. Exhaust spray, the 4-person middle. And the funny thing is they had to buy you beer. I never understood that. They're the ones that are risking getting their nose bashed in. You're pitching that weapon right now. So you successfully hit their hat, you go down side right. Every year we'll go down to the day of festival parade every year. That's where we are. Just in other places. That's where we have our inductee for the.
So what's your new hobby?
This is one of our. We're talking about that. Her name.
Only because
I'll let you explain.
the first woman was brave enough for
Yeah, I told Kathy. I was looking at.
Kathy, could you speak to that?
What now?
The next woman after Miss Francis here.
Shannon and Josie, were they in the same place class?
A couple of years.
Josie would have pledged probably in 78.
Well, that was just you were 75.
No, she probably, I'm sorry, she probably would have pledged in 80 because you pledged in 80.
No, she did not, and she wasn't in 80, because we were in.
We were 81 or 82.
We were 82. Outlaws was 81.
Because that's the ones I should have pledged with, and I didn't. I waited.
And then.
Josie was doing 80 or 79.
Okay.
Because he and Brooks.
Yeah. Yeah. But I can't remember if her and Shannon were in the same place. And one of them was with Dan Pruitt. Okay, I just spoke for you, my friend.
Okay, you might want to introduce, get Paul to walk around and
Paul?
Dave Galliot.
Okay.
Well, I think I know those three.
Well, there's only like 8 people on
I
right
just say
now.
the two guys over there I haven't
Okay.
met.
So for those of you who are still on right now, the 3 people in front of you are Dave Yao and his wife Lane, and then Colin Wright, and then
I'll start over there.
Paul Davis also. So wave to the people. Wave to the people.
Once again, Red Barons are the most represented group.
So actually,
Somebody tied.
by percentage, Friends pledge class, because there were only 3 of them and 2 of them are here. So by percentage, they're kicking everybody's behind.
Somehow the guy
Yeah.
statistic.
How are you?
So the mailbox out, our tails hanging down. You had to walk around campus in your jeans, you're all dressed up with a name tag.
Oh,
How you doing?
I tried to pull it up under my glass.
let Corona compare them.
Steve, how you doing?
Hang it in there.
What's
I
up,
was telling
Bill?
have the goofy uniforms that the rest of the university, and we would pledge.
Unity of being is not communicable in words. There's no stir at the end of it.
That's
So-
right.
So the bell is out of
The
order.
bill is out of order.
But I think it's this is the way it is now. I think it's cleaned up later.
Yeah.
And so it'll be like this. Or maybe they just leave that on. Nobody's ever going to see it.
We're supposed to, you can't look around, so you recognize the next brother in the order to be greeted. There's a few names that stick out from my pledge last year. My PTO was forever in the books.
Who was your PTO?
Chris Knox. So he went a little crazy.
But we also, we all had to wear these plaques around our necks while we were pledging.
Oh, you did. Okay.
And then we had to have, we had little,
It is, it is.
that would be bad if you happen to not have the Butterfinger.
My favorite was, I tried not to take it. One day I was hungry after breakfast and I came out and saw the door on the 6th floor. I know it's now it's PTO and I see one of my pledges all the way down there and my voice, I bellow, Miss Smith! And she just stopped, she can't figure out where it's coming from. I would like some candy!
This is so cool.
So DC,
Yeah, let me show you this little thing.
TC, just for your reference, these 2 pictures.
That's a D7. Okay, well, please introduce.
Hi, friend.
That was a nice little, because you had always called it D7, so I thought that was just a nomenclature for
I
the
just
bill.
assumed that.
I thought it was the octave.
It is.
Did it come in from Winston-Salem?
Yeah.
It is.
We got to
I
get
didn't-
together
I didn't
more. We
know
go to
that.
all the football games. We didn't go to basketball games.
I thought it was just.
We just every now and then, but we got season tickets.
Well, Alan told me that Bell's 19 through 55 would be
Yeah.
outside. I said, so ours must be one of those bills. B7 doesn't fit in 19. And he went, no, it's the opposite. If you look at B7, it says something like it's a subcategory of a.
Can't we polish this thing up? Or is it going to go up like that?
I think it's gonna go up. They're gonna take them up
We
tonight, they
thought it might
said.
be as big as a.
Protective coating, I guess.
I'm assuming that's what that is. You guys live in Winston?
No, we're here in Raleigh.
In Raleigh? Oh, okay.
Yep. Kathy's my wife right there. Yep. Moved back here about almost 10 years ago. Time flies.
We've been going to all the games.
I'm so frustrated with Wolfpack football.
Oh my gosh, tell me about
A
it.
lot of talent. There's a lot of talent on the field. I mean, there are a bunch of mid-grade guys that have been trained, but we don't live up to what we could.
I don't understand that. I don't know why we can't do that. Just it's almost like there's a underlying problem somewhere.
I know. I know what it is. If I knew what it was, I'd fix it.
Sadly, long gone. There used to be a place.
You gonna come to dinner at Emilio's?
No, I wish we could, but
Okay.
we have not been out. I'm telling you, and I'm a little nervous about going. We haven't been to a restaurant since February.
Yeah.
Fish my daughter, her immune system is a lot lower than
I get it.
ours, and
I get it.
plus we got a 7:30 appointment in the morning, and I would love to. I'd love to chat with these guys.
Rehearsing, and suddenly a bunch of people came over.
But no, we're not gonna.
Stomping and clamping.
We're not gonna do that.
Peace and love and understanding. All we were doing was practicing bell tower guard.
So are you retired, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I've been retired for 3 years.
Loving it or hating it?
Oh my God. I love my job, and I didn't want to ever retire, and I love retirement. I'm one of those that just has a lot of things going on.
Well, that's good.
I mean, I got stuff going on.
It wouldn't have happened. We wouldn't have known it was happening.
I'm in there. I've been an engineer.
That's my job.
I'm in blacksmithing. I'm in the making copper jewelry. I got an old boat that I've been restoring down at Morehead City.
You talk to these guys about the blacksmithing they do out at.
She and I had crossed paths at several events.
Every year, what's the name of the place where they put the village put together? I want to say Hope, but it's not Hope.
She approached you one day.
Hart Square. Hart Square, you know about Hart Square?
Had that mind.
I probably should, but
So, gentleman, Dr. Hart, it's out your way, south of Winston-Salem. He bought a bunch of North Carolina, Virginia, farm buildings, houses,
Yeah, I know you've done a lot of
and
work.
sheds and shacks. Brought them back to his property,
Yep.
and now it's an annual event with reenactors come in and get period costumes, and they get together. They do Christmas ornaments. They do a thing. They do a what do they call it? Anyway, a coin each year. So they made us a marching deck for very coins about 5 or 10 years ago. Well, Kathy, do we have any coins left in the box? No. It's just shirts in the box.
Yeah, we didn't have the coins to start off with. They brought the coins.
Yeah, so Dave right there would be the connection. And if they don't have any, we still have okay, when's Hart Square? Not this year. And Cass's because they bring all the equipment and make them while they're there. Dressed up.
Questions there, Kathy? Or,
I'm in a group in Winston-Salem. We do the fair every year. I'm truly not. I grew up in a blacksmith shop.
Yeah.
I'm truly not a blacksmith. I love to hammer and do a few things. I've been an engineer. Everything I make a ton of
Well,
Theirs is all sandcasting. So there's no working with the metal. It's make the mold. If it doesn't work, if it looks terrible, melt it again. And start over.
It's available for now.
Oh yeah, man. So I'm actually looking at that. And I'm not going to have a problem.
I work for a carbon brush company. Just turned 69.
I had to know lots of things about Ruby.
Do what you want.
It's time to move. I got these two blondes up here. I'm gonna tell you, that's a pretty good job, right?
Well, I mean, my thing is I mean, you got to make sure you have enough money to do what you want to do.
And that's the thing that you don't know.
Exactly. Is the stock market going to go belly up? You know, you just don't know. Do I have wine and caviar taste? Or can I get by with Pepsi and movie? Right? Because
We have the wine and caviar taste, but we don't take a lot of
The brothers make it easy.
Reed, where are you in from? Okay.
we go to all the football games.
Yeah, that was the funny thing. And then I realized
We're wondering what they're going to do. So we've had 4 seats. We've only got 2 seats.
so I sent out some.
So,
Funny thing,
yeah, there's no
this
way.
guy, he had
Maybe
collected
a
all
third
of
of you want to see a game in time.
We're not
So
going.
she
Where are you going to be
directed
sitting?
me to him.
We're not going.
Yeah.
That's just bottom line.
But he did it, so he wasn't in the tour. So when I was sending all this stuff out, he wasn't.
Well,
But we're not.
well, here we are. What do you think the odds are that it really happen? I don't know.
I still think it's 50-50.
I gotta work on it. That's something
I tried to go in class, and that didn't last long.
we have a letter.
Because kids are
I
kids.
know we've got people who work with.
They're not following the rules.
Not Bill. And once they retire, but wait, doesn't tell me.
But
I have my own.
the other side of that.
They just all got themselves infected.
So I know there's some people who love it.
It's like getting your kids chicken pox.
Yeah.
The very first.
And they have clearly shown that they are a resilient. That's right. And then we don't have to worry about
We're
it.
done.
And they don't have to wear a mask anymore. They don't have to worry about social distancing.
There was
Which
some
they
lady
weren't
that got
doing
it
anyway.
twice too.
I believe you flew into RDU.
I don't know about that.
Never seen your
Great to
Bye.
see y'all.
Thanks again,
Thank
Liz.
you.
My pleasure. My
My
pleasure.
This technician online, just to go back. I'd like to have a copy of that December 8th. Like the 781.
But we lost. He's another one that fell off. His email
I just
bounced
done a
back.
little research on it myself. Somebody on the inside doing some help, that would be good.
All right, so Paul Davis wants to play the Carolina.
Well,
I gotta run along now before it gets.
It grows. Yeah.
Dennis would be on.
she's not gonna be able to make it. She said something.
I want some water.
So Charles is got where are well, some people change their. Some people change. I mean, you know, some people maintain their AOL. Some people don't. You know, like Pat Terry. He's a younger keeper from Unlimited. So I noticed he had triad.r where he lived in triad. He goes, well, I still maintain it because he's a doctor of veterinary medicine. Not people know him, but he really liked to use his Gmail, not the old triad. And Steve Payne, he had like Badger. He also has NC First. So I said, which one do you want to use? And Dan Talbot has Reno. And so a lot of people have different emails. We just need to go to our coffee. Well, you fell off around this week because Kathy very helpfully pointed to an email where you put everybody on.
So here's what
I
happened.
grabbed it because you were sitting.
Yes,
We're on
but
it.
I didn't realize that you would have taken, because I don't take my name off. I just copy and paste. So I would have assumed that you were we're still lower down in there because if you possibly, anyway, that's what I did.
I just got to thinking one day, and I was like,
Yeah.
That was good.
So
It was my military years.
So, no, I've changed everybody's addresses. It could have been an old one that you used. So he asked me, can you send me the thing? So I went to your email from the official stuff. And I copied those 2 chunks and sent them to you. And I just assumed, like I said, I just assumed that your email was still down at the bottom.
well, I know a little bit about it now.
So,
Might be all of them.
So that couple of years in the late 80s, it was
Put this back on.
Have you felt how heavy that thing is?
I came
It's dirty
you
too.
gotta go watch the track and who touched the bell.
Oh,
Jay, just sitting there. Sorry.
Well, I know what they're doing. What they're doing is they're looking for what it means.
oh gosh, I don't know any of y'all. I don't know any of you. I mean, names of them, but. Yes.
They were talking about.
So we're gonna stand over here. You're gonna stand over there.
Major Wingfield.
David, you're holding 2 phones.
People can get food, right? They can fly.
I'm just checking it fairly recently.
No, I'm trying to move your foot. Take it. I mean, that's my thing. What can I help? I didn't press right.
come here.
Sorry.
Shut up.
Looking for a new camper.
There you go.
All right.
Back in
Bunch
business.
of going back and forth to my folks' house.
That's all in. See if we can get all of this.
He is.
I'll be one this way. All right, see if those are okay.
Phone swap. Oh.
Phone swap.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, one more.
And then his job was
One this way. Oh, no.
No what?
Kind of.
I can airdrop it
so
there anyway.
he came back home after his lease ran up.
Okay.
That's the works when it wants to work, and it
See if
goes.
they came out okay.
Whatever you did.
One of them was kind of.
Beautiful. Very nice. Yes, we have 4 in here, whether you meant to or not. I can't take that one. That one will come across.
Did it come out okay for you?
No, you can, but you're gonna get black on the floor. It's got a coating on it, but it's very heavy. I tried to pick it up.
No, I had 3.
I did too.
What time are we supposed to be there?
Well, I was hoping you could put a finger in the middle of it.
That is what I tried to do. Yeah, and I was like, it's glued to the table or magnet. One or the other.
It's heavy.
figure,
Dig that there.
Will
do a
takes
couple
on the hard
bits.
job of trying to plan.
Oh, I want to swim in. I want to strain my.
I'll figure it out.
I wonder how heavy it is.
It was just disappointing when it all
Did
fell
you wrap-
through. I
knock
really
it
Yes,
up already?
I did.
tell
Well,
everybody,
why don't you
well,
let us know how heavy it is?
I will.
we just gave
Can't you gauge
$7,260.
that?
I was trying
see.
to put a finger in the middle of it.
That's about 12 and a half pounds. Yes.
I don't want to make a fool of myself.
Okay, well, look, there are 5 people who still even have this on.
What do we max out at? 12?
Found
Screened, it was 9. I don't know how many were on the first one, though.
I'm probably still on it too. I don't know.
Did you pull up the second one?
No.
Oh, okay, this is the second one.
Let me see.
The link to both of them so we can see it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, he emailed it to
Oh my
everybody.
God.
Uh-huh.
That's got to be at least 30 pounds.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, you gotta try.
Was I supposed to? Did I leave a smudge on it?
Well, they say it had to be
There is an old piece of paper there. Goes with an old guy. It's a lot older than mine.
All right, so hold up, I gotta answer this question.
Oh my God.
If I just turn your state rings and clink it.
Yeah, I still had the
Wonder how much that weighs.
I still had the goodie box with the lid. I couldn't find the lid. It's in my shop.
So that would be you.
That would be me. I've got all my stuff in a milk crate up on the top of my closet. You never know when some old brother's gonna come by and go, "Oh, what's stranger in?"
My pocket, I just now remembered I didn't bring.
Jay just sent this.
I know you've got it.
This is a whole market.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna put that picture on the website.
Thought about it, that's a protective coating on there, and I guess the bell is gonna be polished up.
You can do that if you want, yeah.
Well, we can just say it.
Or we can all keep lifting it up pretty soon. It'll all have
I wish we could do that because you'd be able to see things.
Oh, did you already do that with it?
Yeah.
I didn't even touch it.
Try it.
Yeah.
You will get black fingers, and it is.
I think they're taking fingerprints of everybody that does it.
True, but no one's gonna see it with that. So.
That's what
Plus,
I said.
it's a bit like us.
Today is the last day that you
We're a bit
wait to see that bell.
That's calling right, lifting the bell.
Yeah, it depends. Well,
Nice.
it's not winter time. It might have been.
Yeah.
That's a good
The other
size.
two sides have also completely different.
Do we know what it sounds like? Does somebody have a
Yeah.
Somebody have a
they
hammer
hang it
with
their
them
keys
in their
while
pocket?
they go, and it went ding,
Give it a
ding,
whack?
ding, ding, ding.
I don't know.
CC now knows how to play the D7 on the
nice
board.
D7
Ah,
chord.
there we
For
go.
the bagpipe, you do a D7 chord on the
Okay.
bagpipe.
Good. Hey, you're gonna break your finger.
Whoa.
Very nice.
Was that? Is there a dent? So now we know.
There's a little dent right there.
Nice. Okay, let's see if anybody.
That sounds like the bell that you ring.
Any music majors? Is that a D7?
Close enough.
The little bell that rings when you're at a formal dinner to go to see.
Yeah.
You're at a dining out.
You see the speakers?
All right.
Yeah, we ran a practice, and the Wrights were so helpful because they walked downtown where there's a bell and Apex to see
Yeah,
what
we're
it
gonna
was like.
practice this meeting.
I was determined to figure out how to, once Will came up with YouTube Live, I said, I can figure out how to do this.
Is that very hard to set up?
No, the only thing is you have to have like a Gmail account because YouTube and Gmail are locked. So you log into Gmail, go to YouTube Live, request it. It takes about 24 hours to activate. And then the biggest problem was I had it all set up. It took me a while to make that little picture because it doesn't. You can't see how the thumbnail. You know, a lot of thumbnails.
Yeah.
I'd save the picture and it'd be like on one word.
It's all blurry.
It gave me no help on that,
Yeah.
so it took me like 20 minutes to get the picture right. So it was just being, OCD about it. Because the original one, called "Got Surprised." It says, "Stand still for your thumbnail." And I was doing something at my desk, and it's counting down.
Your shirt
It's
is
like
going
a
off
picture
the
of
Was that kind of a life-saving compliment? Oh, there we go. It's working just fine.
But the problem is, once I set up placeholder, and I got here,
I'll have to look later. The post, whatever, sharpening that Google Photos does.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I couldn't see the screen very well, so. Sweat running in my eyes. I got to be like it started. We're all here. It's
Sun's
we're all
over
waiting. Right? Waiting. I'm kind of like a Zoom meeting, and I couldn't figure out how to. There's an obscure button that says "Go Live." It's not apparent where that is.
Yeah.
And then something happened. We lost connection to the camera or something. And I don't know whether I walked away. I guess I walked away. But you have to thought about that.
It might have been, well, and you were way over there.
Oh, so you're using your phone for that?
Yeah. See, I found you on
When you
YouTube.
came back, it didn't come back. You came back, it didn't.
Well, thanks for doing that. It worked out.
It's Mary Kay Davidson. Thanks so much, brothers.
Yeah, and he said the first 15 minutes. So right before you guys got here,
Yes, there's a question about our bell. It's got a protective coating on it. It's not going to be a black bell. It'll actually be a pretty bronze or brass. I don't know which one it is, brass. But because it's got that protective coating on it, it's not easy to read, but it says Marching Cadet Fraternity on one side, and it says the unity of being is not communicable in words on the other side. That's our bell. It makes a D7 chord. Mr. Paul Davis behind me can show you where that is on a guitar with your fingers. He's not hearing me. Look at it. There he goes. He looks like he's like, there he goes. Shred for us. Now play Stairway to Heaven.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're all
Sensei, does it have on it? Joko.
The Broad Slab Distillery.
Double barrel still, double barrel down there on the side.
Yeah, I know that one. There's one called the Broad Slab. My wife's friends grew up.
We were in the mountains last week.
Oh, yeah? My brother-in-law grew up on the farm. Was the illegal distilling.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sauce break. Just north of Spruce Mountain. Right on the Toe River. And the other place right next door was like an Italian restaurant. A couple of Greeks opened up, and it's like, yeah, we're in Morgan. But we came up here, we're not close to one of Morgan. We were campground on
I think Kathy looked through our log. Tell them about the work.
You're now, you're like, the driveway of Blacksburg. Coronavirus, the coronavirus option?
That would be a stay. Not a stay. So yeah, we're getting ready to, I might even hit that. Got desk in the back. I got my 38 feet.
College students might need to some crash for 14 days.
You don't want to crash this like sounds like a quarantine.
What if his roommates tested positive?
Jamie Duckworth's here. Scott. Colin. Will. Dave Yow. Kathy. TC.
Scott Grigg, our cameraman.
There's still people typing in and stuff, so there's still people on, yeah.
Probably people late to the,
Yeah.
to the new. Yeah, that's not like the most expensive tripod. That was a whole $25 camera that I bought for Zoom meetings and stuff, because the internal cam on that Dell is buried in the keyboard and looks up your nose. And I said, I'm not going to do that. So, but it's not very sturdy, I've discovered.
I went to the same thing.
Hey, Rob, I've been here.
So much
Well,
done.
obviously, we've got to
But you're
turn it
working
off.
with a group that understands working from home. If you're the only person working from home, and people are in the office that are working from home.
Yeah, we'll try to get that. I'm okay with eating Now I'm like, we're gonna do tonight.
Yeah.
I don't.
But I got my 89-year-old.
I know it. I know.
Oh, do you?
But
That's exhausting. I can't bring something.
No, absolutely, man. No.
So I can do a few things. I'm not scared of the virus myself.
Yeah.
If I can't take care of myself, I can't take care of
You
myself.
gotta look out for me.
I
That's
think
why I
if
don't.
you have
My
like
mom, when I go see her at home, you know, I'm like, hey, you know, like I'm good, but I don't know about you.
if you don't have something
Okay, well, my mother was in an independent living facility. And, she got herself kicked out because she left water running and flooded her apartment and 4 others.
Which floor was she on?
She was on 3rd floor. It was a hell of a lot of damage.
Nice.
The manager's like, let's take his time. She's going to be 89. She's got a little dementia. And I was like, I know. We were going to do it this year, but you kind of forced it on us. But
I thought maybe she didn't want to live there. I'll teach her.
we were going to move her into the next level of assisted living, and then COVID hit, and I couldn't move her into a place where she doesn't know. There's no bingo, no events. So I said, you got to come home with us, Mom. I don't know how long it's going to be, but that she gets the master bedroom. She can go down the steps. Lynn and I are kicked upstairs to the.
I was in charge of the state. Now I work for the state. Yeah, I talked to Captain's sister. She's high school teacher.
How old is she? She's 89.
89, she'll be 90 in November. And she's got dementia, she's got hearing problems, she's got sight problems, she's got balance. But I'm shooting myself in the foot because I got her pacemaker, got her heart all better. I'm taking her physical therapy to work on her balance.
Nowhere does that happen. I'll never know this lady. That's too far away. Well, it's a combination of age and right. So you get tired. See, I thought somebody had run this told me years of service and your age.
So, where are we going to eat?
Medio. Medio.
Medios?
AMADEO apostrophe S. You don't know Medios? Terrible. We brought you up wrong.
I wasn't paying attention.
The wolves then were big. And we were
No.
I've been away, brother. I don't even recognize this place. I don't recognize the place.
I drove up here and went, oh, shit, there's the building. I worked my way through at the Exxon next week. Daryl's and that place are preaching around the corner. That place is awesome. We go there now. I think that was going to be, if we couldn't get seats at the video, Tracy.
He's like our never heard of Buck.
Oh yeah, that's high five.
Probably should have checked that.
Give me some Bud Light.
But then it was on the local Wilson stuff from I don't know where they were.
I'm not afraid of anybody stealing the big bill. I'm a little bit concerned about somebody snatching out. Maybe we should put ours underneath one of the big bills.
Play the shell game?
Yeah.
All right, I think you pick up one
No,
of the big,
no,
you pick
I
up
got
one of
this
the big
one.
bills. I'll put that out there for you.
We'll see. Dizzy. I think I'm having a heart attack.
Oh, yeah.
Smith's got to the hospital. He's fine. It's not flying now.
Paul, you run bikes then? I saw the.
Yeah, mine's a hard.
About as far.
Oh, okay. I gathered that from your front tag. I saw the bike.
Yeah, that my
I was trying.
4 years ago, got I would ride it. So early on in this COVID thing, we took the last day.
Yeah, that's stands or whatever.
I hate to say it.
What they do, right?
I tried to get out. Will and
I
I.
comes down the coast.
Sit outside. Oh, what happens is
Broken heart too in your camp of June. They got a lot of you got the money, came up, so here you go. Like, all right. Like, I'll be back there, pick it up. Okay. Broke my heart. I had such good care when it brought up that covers of it, not even the dust would go. Pick that thing up, wham, and threw it back. Ah! It took off with it. They didn't have a ramp or anything. Just and tied it up with ropes, grass ropes, everything, and there it went. They're like, oh, God.
What have I done to my baby?
Yeah, they're like, where are you going to keep it at? I'll park it in the parking. You don't have to. I'll park it in the base. And then about 2 months later, I was looking online, cycle breaker.
Don't fight this one.
And I
This is the child we need to have. Don't have one of the other two.
And then 2 months later, I saw someone like riding up the road. And I'm like, thank God. Yeah.
Majority of riding.
I was 4 when Kevin Sheets gave me basketball program.
She would ride some with me when she was younger, but
Gets along with everybody.
my wife doesn't like riding, so she's riding by myself.
Now that
Too many things.
what's good, but we never
And then basically,
Yeah.
shepherd them through their classes and help them.
Oh yeah, my place is in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
turn around and go to Carolina.
But back when we were playing, from New York City, I was in Buck in the summer, and he said he was coming out for football. It's way back when. And all of a sudden, we're all meeting in Butler in on a 183 brand new. And all his work, all of a sudden, come rolling in, just freezing to death, you know. But he, yeah, he was something else now. And I still remember it was red. And yeah, it's come rolling in there.
I think she should actually have
Now I'm coming out of our kids and like
I was on the way out of It was like that.
I love the guy too. I mean, I talked to him.
I rode mine up when we had the
Results matter. He just stuck with him.
get together over here in Harrisburg. I was living in North. You were why I rolled out and I rolled right into the wall of you. Hey, where Ross you right meeting?
And it shows.
I think when you say bring in a power, see if I have any bears.
You're gonna get money back if you watch it. It's just like last year was a shadow. And I think it's what it is. Long term. Talk about terrible times. Carolina.
I don't want to Harley.
Wow.
Way too easy.
Yeah.
Why did I wait?
Should have shot higher. Yeah.
And she being smarter than me, I was looking at the money.
I think I know my brother. She's the one that started $7,260.
11 months later.
Then the problem is, it's like a $5 million project.
I rode. I didn't run down to the bar and park it. I rode. I think you said I rode one of it. Same with me.
Same now.
Same.
We just got
Still everything. You have to
For some reason, this guy was telling me about the bell tower.
I was busy doing that.
So he fell. I'm just glad it at some point, the bell will fall to me. Email them inside. There's our musician. That's a good question. Is it going to be struck from the outside, or is there going to be a thing from the inside? That's it. Or does it, like when you press a key, it actually swings it? I mean, it seems like you wouldn't be able to control.
I have seen a video of how it works, but to be honest with you, I couldn't tell.
The union of mice up there.
That's right. Yeah. That's one of those.
Maybe that's why he was so hunchback.
Yeah. You see here. Have fun at the team meet. Thanks for setting up the YouTube. That is, yeah. Oh, TC. Setting up YouTube.
Oh, you had me on camera the whole time.
Yeah.
Clappers
Yeah.
on the inside.
How's life treating you? Good. Good.
Yeah, the clappers on the inside.
Yeah.
So it may swing the bell, but the clappers on the inside.
Where's the clapper? Is it on the inside or the outside?
I have no knowledge
Clap
of
on,
her.
clap off.
So fun to hear everyone's voice is still so familiar. Thanks for that. YouTube TC. Have fun at the team meet. Yep. Here we're gonna swirl you around a little bit. For anyone that's still on. Colin Wright.
Well, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
That's good.
What is you doing here?
Also, what about, I mean, so we go to a lot of weddings, right? We go see, we went to, was it Old Dominion 5 years ago? The ODU alumni reception, was 5 times the size. So the Wolfpack Club did have a tent. We went, they had a football team like almost 4 years. And they did an outside thing for people that were not in whatever club is, and then they had their inside. And they do another reception inside. So if you had seats in the tower, but I'm like, I don't think the Wolfpack Club is right? I mean, it's like you have a Wolfpack Club wristband, and you get in, here's one drink, here's barbecue, but they don't even do that. Virginia Tech did the same thing. We're like a clone of Virginia Tech. Engineering school, military background. They had a huge setup. I don't know. I mean, we went. I know it's seen in the last 6 years. That's how football is. Football's a religion. So we went to SMU, and they were just getting back into football after the death penalty.
And their stadium was maybe 30%. Still the tailgating out front. They have the big the administration building, and they have a near to that fence wide median with trees and probably 3/4 of a mile. And we got out there, and everybody is having their tailgate catered. And the cooks are cooking food. There's not a fan to be seen. There's 80 of these things. And they show up later in their nice slacks and button-down shirts, and the ladies with hats on. I'm like, that SMU's got serious. But then, I don't think many of them are in the football game. And that is part of it. I mean, I'll give them that. I'll give them that. We're rich. We don't have stupid. We don't have stupid.
The reason I asked for one to be in the session, because all the other so when I agreed to I'm not going to congregation vote for me to go in session, I said I do have to tell you this. First
Too late. Too late.
But I didn't stick to it. I found out everybody's here to get the drive.
I drove a train. A lot of my time in Texas, BNSF, right the rails and right. What an awesome experience.
We don't have 2 ways of transportation right now.
That's right. But what goes into with managing the slack on the train is our whole job. And it's a little bit science and a little bit, okay, wait a minute, knowing every little undulation and knowing that this part of the train's in tension, but this one's in compression. And the transitions between the two are the key parts.
And you got to know how many miles away from yourself you're stopping.
Yep. Because these were coal trains coming out of Montana. I remember having but yeah, these guys made stupid money. They were all on call. They had a thing like airlines, 12 hours of crew rest, rotating on call, but they were making 170, 180 grand a year. If they worked nonstop. Most of them said, a little bit of sanity, they made 140. But this is high school graduate, guys that work on the farm, and every minute they have, they're not engineering or conductoring, they're working with their dad or their brothers. Yeah, but I mean, it's like, traveling around, what always amazes me is some places home for everyone. And that's where they always wanted to be. You might be sitting there going, darn, I wish, whatever. But that's home for somebody. And they're happy where they are.
No, I got there.
So if you settle,
We'll set
10 miles from here.
Yep.
I was part of my job was going over to the Poplar House in NC State. Park a couple of tracks. So when I was working out, I'd always drive through. You know, that's the way to get there to drive through. Yes.
brother.
Every chance I get.
Is it time to go?
Yeah.
Do videos?
Do we have to go?
Time to go to videos.
Everybody kiss the bell.
Hey, are you going to let me drop your truck on the way over there?
Sure, but you got to go to Pew Play because we brought the car.
He can't afford to drive the truck to Raleigh.
Oh, no. I get better gas mileage in my truck than she does in her car.
Wow.
Good seeing all you guys. Good seeing you too. Take
Are you
care.
going to eat with us?
Y'all going to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 6 people.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Watch us eat.
Exciting.
And everybody that's not there, we can go ahead and nominate
No
them.
pizza.
Or something.
That's right. Hey, there's no shareable meals allowed. No pizza.
No pizza. Darn, that's right.
Can't you order your own individual?
You could.
I can stay
No
until
shareable beer. Sorry, Paul.
Oh, man.
Matter of fact, I have to be at the
All right, y'all. We're calling it for anybody else who's left on here. We're calling it and heading it to Emilio's. See you later. Bye now.
Where did y'all guys from? We're in 22, and I look at those gals playing the soprano bill, like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, which one of you is going to carry him up there?
CC. You mind? Second.
You got to have one each, one with on, one without.
See you, brothers. We're going to the team meet. Hope all of you are well. Stay in touch. Bye-bye.
Longitudinal.
I like my Wolfpack mask.
Yeah.
I think I'm the wishing smile. Oh, yeah. Won't use it. I got a cloth. Good one. I like that. Is that your weather business? Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me.
No, I couldn't resist.
That's a business expense.
That was
deductible.
It was deductible. And also, I got some insurance. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: why aren't you handing those out?
I've handed most of them out. The initial order was 25.
Yeah, you're not gonna get me return out of this.
I'm not going to get a return anywhere. The font's too small. I've learned a lot, but it was fun. Paid to get 25, some $100 to a business expense. Right around the family. Like one person ever asked, "Hey, what can you do there?" Yeah.
And the Dodge dealer told me that they have a cash offer. Whatever. It's something. I shut it down. The bell rings.
Yeah, the bell rings.
I'm also
Used to be 25, it went to about 35.
Hey, if you pick that up and do it from the bottom,
There
you go. Brother, yeah, I did that a while ago.
All right, we're doing it again.
Come on, brother.
89, there were no trust lights spraying.
Oh, wow. There you go. That's aluminum. That's aluminum.
Let's do that again. Do it again. Okay, maybe I can get my finger back in. One more time.
The other neighbors probably don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna video that.
If I can get that for you.
One more time. Hold up. You know I gotta get to my camera. Not at it yet.
You don't know how heavy that damn thing is.
I believe I warned you. Okay, go ahead.
Work this way, then we're gonna change.
Yes, you know I can play that, did you?
Nice.
And it's, look, perfect.
Oh no.
Pitch.
Hey, do it again. It wasn't videoing. It was just looking.
Oh,
come on.
Right,
Get that finger workout.
we're ready to go.
They want to go home.
Do it again. Do it again.
Nope,
Do it again.
that's it. You only get one.
It didn't record.
Mine didn't either, and I thought it did.
Till we meet again. See ya.
All right.
Wow.
I'm making people dizzy.
Everybody's sick. How many followers do you have online right now?
One. I can't tell when they said
me.
bye, brothers.
I let my
See all the videos.
Probably pick that one up.
See all the videos.
Yeah.
Nah, you can't see it. Not enough light.
This is a wolf finger bells. Can you see the wolf fingers? There any brothers online? The wolf finger brothers. Oh well, we're going to team 8.